Have a nice day. So I will call you. I used to call you.
Following the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and the presidential aspirant Atiku Abubakar have all come together to say they support the movement for a full protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at Asorok Villa come 20th of October 2025. A message gotten from Atiku Abubakar's ex-handle stated the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains an open sore on our nation's conscience and a stain on our belief in the rule of law. Defying court orders that granted him bail is an abuse of power and an assault on justice. I, therefore, lend my voice in full support of the campaign led by Omoyele Sowore for his immediate release or due prosecution. We fail as patriots if we allow Kanu's case to foster as yet another wound this nation refuses to heal. Atiku Abubakar and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan just met with Omoyele Sowore and confirmed that he is in support of the protests for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is coming in light of the statement also made by Wazirike supporting the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said he will make himself present anywhere, anytime, any place for the protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stating that the protest is not just for the persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just about persecuting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but it is about persecuting the Igbo race, persecuting and subjugating the Igbo race. That it is not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen to Wazirike.
I've listened to the court appearance of Nnamdi Kanu today, and listened to the representations made by his lawyers, and which to say that I want to be part of any peaceful demonstration in Abuja or anywhere in Nigeria for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I personally reached out to Barrister Laura Ejimako long ago, telling him that I would want to be one of the witnesses, defense witnesses to Nnamdi Kanu. Recently, just about last week, I reminded him of my desire to be one of the defense witnesses to Martin Nnamdi Kanu. You can ask Lawyer Ejimako. I told him. So, for this new development, I want to be part of it. I am ready to go to Abuja or any part of Nigeria where such demonstrations will take place. I will be part of it, provided it is anchored on non-violence, peaceful protests. I will be there, and I mean it. I will personally be there. This is not all about Nnamdi Kanu. This is about Igbo. If anybody thinks that Nnamdi Kanu is being humiliated today, no, it's Igbo that are being humiliated. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu. There's nothing like terrorism, this and that, nothing like that. When my men were being killed in the streets of Southeast, were they terrorists? What did they do? When Nnamdi Kanu, when Ojukwu was declared to be arrested by DSS simply because he said he supported Wazirike. He was given a one-way ticket, economy class, to Abuja. What did he do? It was just to humiliate Ndi Igbo by commanding our leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, to proceed to Abuja on a one-way ticket, economic class. So all these things, I know them very well. It has got nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. It has to do with Ndi Igbo. To tell us that we don't matter in Nigeria and that we could be treated anyhow. If you talk of terrorism charge or whatever, how can you be negotiating with terrorists from another tribe, one tribe, and keeping into prison terrorists from another tribe? Where's the justice? So it has not got, it has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. It has to do with the injustice rooted in Nigeria against Ndi Igbo. That is why I will be there. That's why I will be there. It could be anybody else. It could be anybody else. It has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu, terrorism, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. It has everything to do with Ndi Igbo. The situation of Ndi Igbo in Nigeria, the humiliation of Ndi Igbo in Nigeria, and everybody is affected. We have to do this because of the future of our children. I will be there. Thank you.
In light of the foregoing and the support from various quarters of the country for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, it is quite distasteful and unbelievable that people like Joe Ibukwe and Senator Ojus Okalo will come out and try to berate their own brother and try to force the federal government to go against the wishes of the people, the general wishes of the people. Listen to what Joe Ibukwe has to say. Joe Ibukwe warns federal government against releasing Nnamdi Kanu, says IPOB leader does not deserve pardon. This is what Joe, who called himself Joe Ibukwe, has to say about Nnamdi Kanu. This is what he has to say about the persecution of Nnamdi Kanu, that he knows it is an outright persecution of the Igbo race. As an Igbo man, he comes out to make this very nonsensical statement. Going forward, this is what Ojus Okala had to say. He said, I cannot comment on Nnamdi Kanu's detention. You can imagine. Without knowing Tinubu or court's position, says Senator Ojus Okalo. Without knowing Tinubu's position, is Tinubu the overall law system of the country? That you had to wait for Tinubu, for you to know the mindset of Tinubu in respect to your own brother's illegal detention before you can make a statement. A man from Abia, the same place Nnamdi Kanu comes from, you are not bold enough to say your mind. These are the people that call themselves political leaders. These are the crop of men who call themselves political leaders representing the Igbo race. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. That is to tell you that all Nnamdi Kanu has been saying, that these people are political errand boys to the west and to the north. It is very clear, because this man cannot have a mindset of his own. He cannot say his own mind in respect of what he has seen happening. He is waiting for Tinubu and the law court to have a position. Where was Ojus Okalu when the law court made the pronouncement for Nnamdi Kanu to be released? Where was he? He did not follow the law court's position to speak in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. He kept mute. These are the people who call themselves your political leaders and people you want to listen to. Now, for the case of Joe Ibukwe, look at what the Dele Momodu, a Yoruba man, had to say about his statement about Nnamdi Kanu. He reposted Joe Ibukwe's statement and said, with all due respect to old age, what kind of cruel man is Joe Ibukwe? So terrorists and bandits can be released and rehabilitated, but not Uncle Joe Ibukwe's kinsman, Nnamdi Kanu. You can see, everybody is now seeing clearly that these Igbo people, that they are these top Igbo politicians and elite, many of them are involved in the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. They are involved in solidifying the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine what Joe Ibokwe had to say, pleading to Tinubu not to release Nnamdi Kanu. Very unfortunate to say the least. Very unfortunate to say the least. For our brothers and sisters who are in the East, you have seen, if you continue to listen to these politicians, you would be led astray. Watch your environment. See what has been happening over time. Are these people really standing for you or against you? Are they really standing for you or against you? That is the multi-million-dollar question that you must answer. And if they are not standing for you, you must stand firmly against them. It is time to revolt, and the time is now. Let nobody tell you that Mo Eleshoure is using this as a political gimmick to gain sympathy or to gain followers from the Southeast. No. It is a right and just cause. It is long overdue that a protest is staged in Aso Rock for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. If we cannot do it, let other people from other tribes, since our tribesmen cannot stand firm and talk in favor of their own people. Look at P2B. All these statements, people have been coming, leaders have been coming. P2B cannot come out to make his own statement to say this is an injustice done to Nnamdi Kanu and he needs to be released. He cannot say it. Our political leaders and elite and people who claim to stand by us and represent us cannot be bold enough to come out and say we need Nnamdi Kanu to be released. The people of the region are saying release this man to us, but our political representatives and leaders cannot be bold enough to make that request. This is shameful. This is shameful. May we never live in a situation where this kind of men who wear wrappers, who are women, very, very, cowardly behaved as women, will come and represent us in our society again. It is time for us to flush these people away and have real Igbo men who are men representing us. Udodirono, onye mara aso ya swanyigwe, emakwana aso lekwe mpatoru gisojasa ya sojasa. It is well.